In today's project, we're going to be creating a symmetrical insect, which means that our insect is going to be the same on both sides of the paper. So to make sure that it's the same, we're going to start out by folding our paper in half long ways so that it is, and we're opening it up so that it creates this fold down the middle. We can see this crease that is there now in the center of our paper. And this is our line of symmetry. So everything on this side of the paper is going to need to be the same as on this side. The image is just going to be flipped opposite way. So to start out, we can draw the head of our insect up here in the top section. Insects have 3 parts to their body, so we need to leave room for a top section, a middle section, and a bottom section. So we're going to draw a nice round shape, try to make it the same on both sides. So it's just on the center of that line. I'm just going to trace over my crease really fast so that you can see my line of symmetry better in the video. You do not need to do that step. So it's okay, I understand if your drawing is not exactly the same on both sides, but we want to try and get it as close as we can. So I'm going to make a nice round shape there. You can change the shape and make it different if you want. And then I'm going to draw my middle section of my insect. So a curve here, and then I'm going to try to match it on this other side. So I started over a little bit, so I'm going to start over a little bit over here, and I'm going to try and match that curve so that it is almost the same. And I might need to fix it a little bit if I need to, and erasing is okay. And then we have one more section for my body here, so I'm going to add another big shape down here for the body of my insect. So we have 3 sections. Now you can choose what kind of insect you want this to be. You can make up your own kind. So insects might have other details like antenna to help them feel around. Again, we're going to try and make it about the same on both sides. They might have wings, but they definitely would have some legs. So insects, they have 3 legs on each side, so a total of 6 legs. So if I draw a leg right here, then I need to try and match that leg on this other side. And notice that I'm just making 2 lines that are the same, just right next to each other, and then I'm connecting them to make the shape of the leg. And I'm going to add another one right here. You can make the legs look however you want. This does not need to be a real insect. You could make it kind of stylized. And again, I'm trying to make it match on both sides as close as I can. So the length of my leg on this side is almost the same as it is on this side. I think that I want to add some cute little wings over here in this small area right here. So I'm going to just do a cute little wing happening right there. Sort of a B shape. If you want to make your wings bigger, you could draw them first and then do the legs second. But since I've already drawn my legs, I'm just going to make some small wings. Maybe I could extend the shape out this way, and they could go behind the legs. And I could have some bigger wings that way. I'm going to keep both shapes. I think that's cute as part of the design. So now we're just going to create some designs and details inside the face and the body that are going to add interest, that also must be symmetrical. So remember, anything you draw on this side of the line must be the same on this side of the line. You can add more or less detail if you want. I'm going to start there, and I'm going to go ahead and start outlining with my marker. You can choose whatever color markers you want to use to outline, and you might want to even add more detail in with the colored part of your markers. Once you have drawn all of your outlines of your designs with your colored marker, it will be time to take your colored pencils or your crayons and fill in the rest of the white space of your design. We don't want to cover up the textures and the patterns that we've created by repeating these lines and shapes in our design, but we do want to fill in all the white space that is left over. So we can use a lighter pressure to fill in these colors. You can use the same color as the color of marker, like I'm doing here with my red on my red lines, or you can pick a color that is similar to the color that you used for the designs. It's your artwork. You may choose what you think is going to look best with your colors today. Right. So using our marker to create lines and shapes inside of our designs, and then going back on top with a lighter color of colored pencil or crayon, creates some texture and some interest in our shapes rather than if they had just been colored in solid. So we are going to create some nice bright colors. They don't need to be natural. But you can choose any ones that you want for this picture, and if you have extra time, you can also color in your background. I would suggest using a crayon, maybe one that is peeled off. The paper has been peeled off, and you can use the side. So you don't even really need this paper on here. If you just have like a piece of crayon, you can just use that to fill in your background. So whenever your crayons break, don't throw them away. You can still use them. Those pieces can be good for something as well. You can use the whole crayon. I hope you enjoy creating your own unique symmetrical insect.